Hey, what's going on, LCI athletes? I am Dr. Theresa Larson with Movement RX. I'm here in Aspen, Colorado. We're going to talk about the team event. Event number 1 is a surprise. Not going to give that away. Event number 2, we've got a clean and jerk ladder. So what I'm going to have you guys focus on is first thing you want to open up is your thoracic spine. All right, that's a big one that people often are missing when they go overhead. They're missing that ability to extend. They're also missing that internal rotator length, the subscap, lat, pec. So I'm going to show you ways to open up both of those. I'm going to get a little creative because one, if you don't got a GH machine, which you could use a GH machine to help with this, if you got a tire, all right? So if you got a tire and you want to open up your thoracic spine, go ahead and lean up next to it, okay? Put your rib cage along, basically the flat part of the tire. Lean back, okay? Drive that belly button towards the spine to keep your low back engaged. Oh yeah, go and stun yourself out here. And I'm going to scoot down just so I'm right at the start of the base of my rib cage at T12. I'm going to go ahead and drop my pelvis down and up, okay? I can drop my head back too. Pelvis down and up. And I can gently get some thoracic extension here. I can move down and up nice and slow along the edge of this tire, okay? So you can get kind of creative with this. The thing that I'm keeping in mind is that my belly button is driving towards my spine, right? I'm keeping my low back protected. Now, next thing let's talk about is those internal rotators of the shoulder. Good old American flag here. I'm not going to pull on this too hard, but I can show you the position. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get into basically a flex position of my my hips, and I'm going to kind of lean into this a little bit. Right, I'm going to lean in. So my back leg, my banded side is back. I can hold on to my bicep if I want, and I can lean into it. And I can do a little contract relax here. 6 seconds of pulling, relax, 10 seconds relaxing. All right, that's going to basically inhibit the muscle spindles of your lat. Woo! Next one is opening up the pec. Banded leg forward. I'm going to kind of take my palm, keep my palm facing up. I'm going to rotate away from my banded arm, okay? I can do this at all different levels. I can have my arm up here, here, a little bit lower, depending on where I hook up the band, right? This happens to be a pretty restricted area for some people at this angle, but for you it might be a little different. Note that that muscle is right in the front of your shoulder, right? You can also do a contract relax with that. Next thing is, you want to practice that split jerk position. A lot of people focus so much on opening up your hips, and you definitely should, right? You want to get hip extension. So my right leg likes to go forward, actually, so let's do this again. So left leg needs extension, right leg needs some hip flexion. So that's great, I can get the mobility for that, but how do I practice that split jerk stance, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to get in your starting position and then practice a good split jerk landing point. And the key here is that I want my knee relatively underneath my hip, okay? My front knee is an external rotation, my front hip is an external rotation, my back leg is an internal. Shouldn't be sticking out like this, like I'm in Warrior 2 or something. So the biggest thing is practice how you land with your hips, those knees underneath it, especially the back leg, back knee under the hip, front knee kind of out, all right? So practice that. You can do that for 2 minutes, just practicing landing nice and fast. How fast can you do that? And then I'll talk about event number 3 here in just a second.